Hi, this is Miss Moore. I'm just going to show you how to use the picture method to complete addition and subtraction problems with two-digit numbers without regrouping. So we'll start with an addition problem like 24 plus 32. Okay? This is what you're used to, which is the traditional algorithm. But that is more abstract than what our kids need right now. So this is how we break it down for them. I'm going to use a different color just to help illustrate this. So basically what they see in class is us breaking that up into tens and ones, okay? And then we go to our hundreds, so we make our HTO chart, which this problem doesn't have a hundreds place, obviously, but it still doesn't hurt to make the HTO chart. So when solving addition problems, you always start by representing both sets of numbers, or if it's like 4 sets of two-digit numbers, whatever, you represent all of the numbers by building them in the HTO chart. So we're going to start with 24. So we'll start with the tens. So in 24, there are 2 tens. So we're going to draw these stick things, which they are called rods, and they represent a group of 10. So that's 10, 20, and then there are 4 ones. So we're going to put 4 dots in the ones place to represent 24. Now we're going to represent 32. So there are 3 tens. So that's 30. The value is 30. So 10, 20, 30. And then there's 2 ones. So we're going to put 2 ones. Now, when we're adding, we always start in the ones place. A lot of friends are going to be tempted to start in the tens place. But that is not a good thing for when we start regrouping. They need to start in the ones place and work their way to the left. So we're going to start in the ones place and we're going to figure out how many ones we have when we're combining, when we're adding these two numbers together. So we have 4. So we have 4 here. And then we'll count on 5, 6. Okay. So our answer will have 6 ones. Now we got to deal with the tens. So for the tens, we just count how many tens there are that are present. So ready, there's 3 at the bottom. I always start with a bigger number and we count on. So 3, 4, 5. So there are 5 tens. So our answer to this problem, 24 plus 32, is 56. Okay? Now, this is without regrouping, and I'll make another video later for regrouping. But for now, I'm going to show you, we're going to move on to a subtraction problem so that you can help your kid with that. Okay, so we're going to do 32. We'll just use these, we'll do 37. Let's do 37 minus 25. We'll do that. Okay. So what they're seeing in class, again, is us breaking this into tens and ones. And again, we're going to represent it in our hundreds, tens, and ones chart, just because we need to get used to seeing that. And so with subtraction, it's a little bit different. When we subtract, we need to only represent the first number right here, okay? So we're going to represent just 37, and then we'll take away 25. Okay, so there are 3 tens in 37, so we're going to go 10, 20, 30 with the rods, and then there's 7 ones. So I'm going to make, just like in a 10 frame, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we're going to stop there. And we're going to go down to the second row and do 6, 7. Your child will be familiar with this type of structure because they've been using 10 frames since kindergarten. So I try to encourage to put 5 on top, 2 on bottom when representing the number 7, or like 5 on top, 3 on bottom when using 8, So anyways, now let's move on. When we subtract, we also start in the ones place. So now we're going to take away, we got to look at our second number now. So how many ones will we be subtracting from 7? Well, we'll be subtracting 5 ones. So I'm going to cross out 5 ones. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 2 ones left. So now I know that in my ones place, we have a value of 2. So now I'm not done. I got to deal with the tens. So how many tens am I going to take away from the 3 tens that are in my chart? I'm going to take 2 of those tens away. So I'm going to cross them out. 1, 2, and I am left with 1 set of tens. So my answer is 12. Okay? So I hope that helps. Thank you so much. If you have any questions, please reach out.